friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of another Seabuckthorn Sunday, something that I started last week. I did, I think, 5 different videos on the various different ways that I used this Seabuckthorn Wellness Matcha from SBT Seabuckthorn. At that point, I'd been working on a face mask that I thought that I would show you, but I hadn't perfected it by that point. And so I thought I would just hold off a little bit, and the last week has had a really bad heat wave, so that has flared up my skin quite a bit, but it's given me the opportunity to really test out a whole pile of different face masks and see how they work. So actually it was really an opportunity for me to be able to test out things and see if they were calming or if they were, you know, irritating or anything like that. I did find 2 other applications. I had intended to show them both in this video, but one of them involves the use of Greek yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt, mixed with this the matcha, the Seabuckthorn Matcha, except that I went out and I bought Balkan yogurt instead of Greek yogurt because I like both of them, and I just grabbed the wrong one when I was at the grocery store, so I can't show you that one in this one, but I can show you the other thing that I've been doing that I have found very successful for cooling my face when it is flared up as it is today. I'll show you what it's like at the moment, just to show you that it is quite reddened. So there's a bunch of redness, and then there are some papules as well. So I have been struggling quite a bit. I always find that the best time to test out a new kind of recipe for a DIY face mask or something like that is when my skin is not fully flared up, but when it's a little bit irritated, because then I can see, is it going to make it worse, or will it actually cool it down in a time when I've actually got a flare up. This is actually a very, very simple application. Again, it's with the matcha. Instead of applying it like a mask, as I would if I'd mixed the matcha with the Greek yogurt, where I would just apply it to my whole face, leave it on there for about 20 minutes, and then rinse it off. Not wash it off, but rinse it off. This application is just, I've got it in my little DIY face mask bowl, and it's just the tea that I've made up with the matcha, and I have strained it through some cheesecloth to get out the little bits. Now all I do is take these little makeup pads. These are just cotton makeup pads that you use for taking off makeup and things like that. I just take these, I dip them into the liquid like this and let it kind of absorb, and I find if I just dip a little bit, it will actually kind of suck it up and into it, so that I don't actually have to soak the whole thing. I fill it so it's about halfway. Just had to put that down. So it's about halfway filled, and then I put it so that the tea is on the upper side, and then it will slowly work its way down, and I actually just place it against my face. Once it actually absorbs all the way throughout the entire cotton pad, it stays right on. What I do is I place on, it takes 2 of them on my face to cover up the entire, this is a good look by the way, I do know how fancy I look right now, but it takes 2, and I just stick them on my face, and I just leave them there for about, well, basically for as long as I want. They feel fantastic when they're on there, but I mean, obviously they're not beautiful, so I can't do this when I'm going to go out, but if I just have an evening in and I'm going to watch a TV show or something like that, it will actually sit on there for the length of it, maybe like a half-hour show. Just like this. So yeah, and it does, the tea, because I had it half full, it will trickle its way down in the pad. If I fill up the whole thing, it's not that I'm trying not to be wasteful, which I'm not, but if I fill up the whole thing, then it actually does end up dripping all over my shirt and things like that. If I do it about half full, it fills itself up, but then it just stays on there and it doesn't really drip. It just seems to be the perfect amount, is half. So what I do is I just leave this on, and I would do it to both sides of my face, and it just, because it's wet, it just stays on there. That's all I need to do, is just leave it on there. Basically what I did was I made myself some of the matcha into a tea, and this one I made it into the iced tea. I actually have a video about that. I'll just leave a link right there for you. So you just prepare it as you normally would as a beverage, then I poured a little bit out of it into here through some cheesecloth, which is just basically a little white kind of straining cloth. It's much finer than using a sieve or any kind of screen, and that gets out all the little bits, and then I chilled them in the fridge so that I can have this applied to my face while I enjoy this with a little bit of almond milk in it to make it a little bit richer, and I just absolutely love it. It's just basically sit back in the summertime, cool down the face, take down the inflammation, and just feel better. So in an evening where I'm just at home working or something like that, staring at a screen, or just any time that I'm not going to be going out for about a half an hour, I can just sit there and enjoy just cooling down my face on a day like today when it is 31, 32 degrees Celsius with humidex of over 40. So yeah, so once this is done, we'll pretend that this has been sitting for like 20 minutes, a half an hour or something like that. I just take these off, and well, I would have had them on both sides of my face. Basically just let it dry. It doesn't need to be washed off or anything like that. In fact, the longer you leave these on your face and the longer you just sort of let the tea itself just stay on your face, the longer it has to absorb into your skin and really get all of that kind of goodness in there. This is very, very good for your skin in my opinion. It has never irritated it. It has only made it feel great. This side of my face is just so, like, already after a few minutes, it feels so much calmer and cooler than the other side. But yeah, so I just thought I would share that. Alternately, just take a small amount, about half of this, so maybe a tablespoon or tablespoon and a half, mix that with some Greek yogurt, enough to apply all over your face, and then just spread it over your face. That's the way that the actual mask works. And I had tried it, mixing it with honey and mixing it with turmeric and things like that, and really just the Greek yogurt and the matcha, the Seabuckthorn Matcha together were fantastic. It was really a matter of not overdoing it. It was just simple was better. So I did try a number of different things, and that was definitely what worked best on my skin. And I'm really happy with that. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more videos like this, more DIY, and more product reviews, things like that, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I do make new videos every Sunday and Thursday. And other than that, I will see you next time.